Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to see how we can able to install this ODK Central, which is the survey-based application. We can able to like store the surveys and we can able to give access to people who are surveying and all. This ODK Central will be very useful. So once we how we can be able to like install this one, and we are going to use Linode platform for this to get the uh, Linux instance. This is the platform where we can able to like create the Linux CentOS servers and all. We can able to manage all these things. So first of all, I will. This is the ODK Central documentation. Here they have mentioned that installing Central on DigitalOcean, but we are choosing this Linode platform. And once we click on this create Linode, we can able to see you can select the image here. We are going to choose CentOS 7, and then we are going to choose the region here. Here I am choosing this Mumbai, India, because I am staying in India. And then we can able to choose this dedicated 4 GB, because ODK Center is a huge application, and we are going to use it for the surveys, storing and images, those kind of purpose. So I'm going to choose this dedicated 4 GB, and then we need to give a name for this instance. So I'm going to name it as ODK Central, and then the root password we need to give here. So the root password I have given, and then we are going to choose the firewall. I have already selected that firewall in this firewall section, that ODK, and then I need to choose this private IP, and then click on create Linode. So what it will do is it will create the CentOS server, and we can have this SSH access. I have given that password and all. So once I copy this, I will go to my uh, terminal and paste it here over here, and then we can see this is provisioning. Once the provisioning is completed, we can able to like connect with this server. We'll wait for that. Till that time, I will be showing this Namecheap domain service. To set up this ODK Central server, we need to have a domain. So for that, I have already having this TISS -ODK site domain. So for that, I am going to create this name a record, and I'm going to give this as a ODK Central, and then the IP address I'm going to give is from this IP address. So this is the public IP. So I will copy this public IP and adding in the value section, and then click on OK. So this what it will do, it will generate the subdomain for this domain ODK Central dot whatever the domain name is there. So that domain name will become, and then the IP address will be appended to it. So once we install the ODK Central on the this Linode platform, and we can able to configure the domain here. So this is running successfully now, and then we can able to go to this terminal and click enter. We can enter the password. So we have connected already. For this we need to have the docker and docker compose. We can see it in the this documentation also. If I copy this command and paste it over here, we can see this docker command is not found. So uh, to install the docker, we can go to this DigitalOcean documentation, where we can able to like I will be sharing all these links in the description. You can able to check it out, and then once we copy this, paste it over here, and it will check the update. If any update, it will updates the server, and then again we need to copy this one. It will get the docker to our server. See, this is installing the docker CLI and those kind of things. Docker Compose plugin, all the plugins it is installing. Once once that is installed, we can able to like enable start the Docker. So this is installed, and we need to start the Docker. So now the Docker has been installed. You can see whether that is installed or not by typing this command. So this is installed at Docker version 24.0.7, and then Docker Compose version is 2.2 to 1.0. So that is okay for us, and then we can able to go to the next section. This is the getting and setting up central. So this is the GitHub URL. So we need to copy this URL and paste it over here. So this is saying that git command is not found, so we need to install git as well. Yum install git. Once we install git, we can able to clone the repository uh, from the github. So the repository has been cloned, and once we go to this folder central, as you can see, all the folders and files has been fetched to our server, and then we will go to the next step, that is git module submodule update. So we are going to update the submodules. So that is also done, and then we are going to copy this template file to env, so that we can able to edit that env file. So here it is saying that it is asking for the domain. So previously we have seen that we have added the domain name there. So the domain name will be here. Here we have added this ODK Central. Copy this one and then paste it over here, and then the actual domain name we need to paste this -ODK site. This is the domain name, this -ODK site, ODK.site, and ODK Central dot this -ODK dot site. And then we are going to use this SSL type is Let's Encrypt because we are not having any SSL. So the Let's Encrypt will automatically generate the SSL certificate for this server. So we are using it, and we are opening port 80 and 443 per HTTPS, and HTTP port is 80, and we are leaving these all these details default. So we are not going to customize now. In the later videos, I will be showing how we can able to customize all these things. Uh, and then we will be creating one more file, which is ala postgres upgrade file. I'll paste it over here, and then we are building the Docker Compose. Once we build this Docker Compose, we can able to start the server, and we can able to see that server will be running on that ODK Central dot TISS-ODK dot site. So it will take some time for the first time building this site. So it will fetch all these databases and front end, back end, and everything. ODK server is basically used for surveys. We will be able to store all these surveys, and we can able to generate the surveys through Excel files, and we can upload those Excel files onto the server, and we can able to there is a app called ODK Collect in the Android mobiles. There we can able to in the server we can able to generate the QR codes, and once we scan that QR code in the ODK Collect app, we can able to get the all the surveys which are from the server, and then we can able to survey them. And the main feature of this ODK Collect is offline upload, like offline collecting the data. So if you don't have the internet connectivity, also you can able to collect the data and store it on your own mobile, and whenever you connect to internet, you can able to submit that service to the server. It will fetch and it will take up the service, and we can able to see it on the server. So this is useful for many of the survey organizations, and uh, in those remote areas they don't have the internet access, and they can able to make the surveys, and once they connected to internet, they can able to push that service to the server, and server will pick it up. So and this is completely open source. We don't have to pay anything for ODK servers, but we need to pay for this Linux instance and those kind of things. So if you have a server or Raspberry Pi or NAS or in-house servers, you can able to deploy it there, and you can able to expand the storage and those kind of things, and it works fine. So it is building Nginx stage 1. So once the build is completed, we can able to start the server. It is copying the Nginx files. So the build has been completed. I can clear this one, and then we are going to use a -d command. It will be starts the ODK Central application in the background. So it is creating the ODK Central containers. So it has been created all these container post secrets and Nginx service and those kind of things. Once you click on Docker Compose PS command, you will be able to see what are the services that are running by the Docker. So so we need to have this Nginx should be running on port 80, and then port 443. It is running perfectly and it is starting now. So we'll wait for this to be. It should, like, in the first command, in the first stage, it has been, the health is starting. Now that is showing it as a healthy, so it is running perfectly fine. Once we go to browser and ODK Central dot TSS-ODK dot site. So now you can see this site name we have given there, and it is working fine. So one more thing we need to get is the email ID and the password. So once you come to this section, logging into central section, here we have a command docker compose exit email ID and user creation. So for the first time we need to create it from the command, like terminal. So here I am giving some random email ID. User create. I'm going to give a password for this. So the user has been created, but first user needs to be the admin, so that we can able to, like, see all those details in the server and create users and those kind of things. So I'm going to promote this user. So once we promote, the user will have the access to the admin roles and all. So once we go to this page and mm, so now we have successfully logged in, and you can see the user is one. We can able to create the users, and we can able to change all these settings and all. In the projects, we don't have any project now. We can able to create one new project, my survey, and then you can see all these things. This tab is recently added entities. This is useful for creating the entities and this kind of things. Like for example, if you have a farmers basic baseline data collection, and then you want to merge that data with some other farm uh, pond creation and those kind of sub modules. So you can have one main form where you can collect baseline data, and then the other forms can have connectivity with this form, so we can able to add that in the entities. And you can able to create the forms here. Once you click on, you can this X forms we need to create from the Excel file that I will be showing in the next coming up videos. So please subscribe to this channel, and then I will be showing all these Excel forms and how to upload those into the server and those kind of things. So once we create that Excel form, we come here and choose the Excel form, and then we can upload it. The form will be ready. And in the next step, the project roles, we can able to create the project roles here. So once we create the users, and we can apply all those roles here, the project managers will have all these roles and permissions are here. And the app users, so I've already told that we have ODK collect mobile application on the Android. So once we uh, download that one, we will be creating app users here. Once you create this display name, enter this display name and create, you can able to create the user. So that will generate one QR code for the user. So if we share that QR code to the surveyor, he will has to import that QR code into ODK collect app, and then he will be having all these forms in his phone, and then he can able to survey in the offline. And the form access and settings, whatever the settings we have seen here, we can able to do that. So that's all for this video. In the coming up videos in the same system, we are going to see how we can able to generate the forms, and we can able to generate the QR codes and etc etc. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, like, share. If you have any doubts or any like any feedback, you can able to comment it on the um, comment section. Thank you for watching this video.